In case you haven't looked outside, it's spring. I don't mean that's assuming that you're in the northern hemisphere. I don't know though. But for us, it's spring. It's a new season. Wherever you are, it's a new season. We've been through a long winter. Correct? We know this. We've been through a long winter. And like any detox, you're here to reset. Okay? You are here to reset. This is part 1 of 3. Most people go through life never actually figuring out what they're here for. Okay? Some people do. Some people do, but they actually sit around waiting for opportunity to come to them, for life to come to them, for God to come to them, instead of taking dominion like God said. So this is going to be like a 3-part series where I beat average out of you. Basically, I'm going to eliminate any tendency that you might have to be average, any inclination that you might have to be average, any thinking that is hiding and lurking in you that is pushing you to be average, because I can't stand it. I don't think you're called to be average, so why live that way? Week 1 is about detoxing your mind. This week is about detoxing your mind. Part 1 is about detoxing your mind. Part 2 is about detoxing your life. Part 3 is about detoxing your spiritual life with Jesus, you know? If you're already doing the things that I'm about to outline, then this is just confirmation for you. And if you're not, you came here for a reset, and I look forward to it, because like any good reset, you're going to reset a microbiome. You know what I'm saying? Be the kind of person who takes their mindset seriously. Be the kind of person that takes their mindset seriously. Think of it like installing new software. Like, we are putting in new ways of thinking. We're putting in new ways of being. It takes a little bit of time to install all of the packages that go with the software, correct? You wouldn't install a virus into your computer and expect it to run smoothly, similarly. So we're installing good things, okay? We found the package. I'm delivering it to you right now through my voice, and we're going to install it. People who are above average, the point is, okay, let me tell you this. It is very easy to live an average life and think that you're living an exceptional one based on who is around you, okay? This is what it's like to live above average. This is what it's like to think like the 1%. This is what it's like to find the narrow way and walk in it. That is the point of this whole series. It's spring. We are spring cleaning. Not only is it spring, not only is it a new season, it is spiritually a new season. You need new hardware. You need new software. You need new software that's going to translate to you getting new hardware to run this new software. So let's get into it. Above average people take their mindset very seriously. This is not a game, okay? They study how to change their mind because they know that their mind is the source of all things. I'm going to outline for you the kind of person who lives above average, who is allergic to average, who has cut ties with it, broken up with it, put it in the past and never look back. And the closer you are to this kind of person, the better prepared you are for this new season that we're in. The farther you are, you know where the work is, you know where the prayer is, you know where the attention is, because where attention goes, energy flows, and you deserve it all. So why not give it to yourself? Why are you depriving yourself? Because you got deprived in the past, you're just going to continue the cycle. Like, boo-hoo, woe is me. Stop. Don't continue the cycle. And God has called you to break it. Girl, I don't have time for this. Like, people who live above average take their mindset very seriously. This is what I've learned surrounding myself with above average people. Like, they literally take their mindset very seriously. They take their mindset very seriously. They don't just hope for a better life. They program themselves to live one. They either are doing it or they have done it. You're gonna watch each video in this series more than once. I know you're gonna watch it more than once, because that is how you let things sink into your subconscious mind. There is a prayer that I've been on repeat playing for the past 8 days or so, and it's not gonna stop anytime soon until it is saturated my spirit completely and become my reality. You see what I mean? That is how the allergic to average, above thinking girl lives. You don't just hope your way into more of who God made you to be. You don't hope, you hope against hope. Like, girl, you do it. You run it up. Be the kind of person who moves first and doesn't defend their position. You have to like make some shake. Like, make it shake. Don't defend where you are in life so much so that you don't actually do anything. You're not a goalkeeper. Stop trying to defend your position. Go forward. Do something different. Act differently. Start thinking differently. Start watching videos like this to give your mind new data points to create from. If you don't like the tone of your life, change it. If you don't like the vibe of your life, change it. Do something about it. Even if you're like, oh, like, you don't understand. I've been applying for jobs. You can do something else. There's something else to do while you do that. While you do what you can do, God does what you can't do. Okay, rhyming. Opportunities land where action is happening, because an opportunity in and of itself is a portal to more action. So if you're already in action, opportunities are going to flock to you. That is how people all of a sudden blow up. They've been doing that. Maybe they blow up after the first video, but you'll find a track record or a history of them doing something similar because they've built momentum. You know what I mean? If you're not moving, what are you expecting? Let me tell you that I've interned at like very big companies that millennials would love to work at, because as a zillennial or whatever you might call it, like, I no longer care about that kind of stuff. So I'll just pretend the millennials care about that kind of stuff. Like, who cares? But like, think of every major company that you could possibly think of. Think of every major company that has mad motion in the market. I've been there. I've hung out there. Not by my own merit, okay, by the grace of God. But the only way I got those opportunities was because I put myself in the action. I was always doing things. I never got an internship because I applied through my school or like it was related to my degree program. No, like I was always acting. I was always doing things. I was always making it easy for God to help, God to assist his own purpose and plan in my life. You have to make it easy. God can only bless the what? The work of your hands. Putting out fires every day doesn't make you grow. Attending to your emotional world every day doesn't make you grow. Sure, it makes you more aware, but at the end of the day, this is why I had to leave therapy personally, because I was like, how long we gonna rehash? I'm done. I'm good. But like, once you repair something, once you put out a fire, continue taking action to move forward, not continue looking for more fires to put out. If you're special, you know you're special. You tend to know you're special. Like, you know those stories of people who are always like, oh, like I always knew that I was gonna be famous. By the way, this series is really like a chill, pretend like we're having coffee. My favorite coffee. Pretend we're having coffee and we're just talking and we're friends and we're kikiing, because this is super important. Most people spend their lives trying to change what God made them to be. That's why they never succeed. They never like, I'm trying to be an influencer. I'm trying to be this. I'm trying to be this. I'm trying to be a content. Like, how about you be more of what God made you to naturally be? There are gifts in you that point you towards that. Look inward. Look inward. Romans 11:29. For God's gifts, and it's called, are irrevocable. That means that they're never going anywhere. So you might as well use them, like the talents, the 12 talents or the 10 talents or the 5 talents, and multiply that ish, girl. Multiply it. Do something with it. Never underestimate the gifts inside of you. Never underestimate them. Never stop. Never give up. Never what? Be the kind of person who understands persistence and focus. Hebrews 12:1. Therefore, since we are surrounded by such a great cloud of witnesses, let us throw off everything that hinders and the sin that so easily entangles, and let us run with perseverance the race marked for us. The more diligent you are, the more you do something consistently, the harder it is to quit, because you're like, I did not put in all this work for nothing. Like, I have already made it this far. Why would I stop? Imagine you're running a race and you get to the last lap on the track and you're like, my calves are burning. My shins are on fire. I don't know what to do. I might just quit. But you've already gone 3 laps. Why would you stop? Even if you continue slowly, you'll continue going. Persistence is the secret. Persistence is a habit. So is quitting. Do you guys know that bamboo, like, you know, like Chinese bamboo, is it Chinese or is it just like Asian? But like, anyway, bamboo takes 5 years to grow. So like, if you put it in the ground, it's actually not going to show up at all. It's not going to show up at all for like 4 years minus 6, 5 years minus like 6 weeks. And then the 6 weeks before the 5-year mark, in 90 days, right? It literally shoots up. In like 6 weeks, it shoots up 90 feet all at once. If the people taking care of that plant at any point decided like, oh, like we're just over this. It's not growing. We're just watering and watering. It's not growing. 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 But we're still watering it consistently. If they at any point decided to give up on doing that and just let it be, that last 6 weeks would never happen. It would never come out of the ground. You have to be persistent. Enough with wanting quick results and instant gratification. Kill instant gratification before it kills you. It is killing you. It will kill you. That is its point. There is no such thing as instant gratification. That's cheap, and you're not that. So why would you want to live in anything related to that frequency? I'm not sure. Ask yourself. You have to let the roots establish themselves. Ask yourself these questions. Like, what's one thing I can eliminate from my life because it's holding me back? By the way, I have mad notes because this is not like a video. This is like a tutorial, a class, a family meeting. Have you all ever been to a family meeting where like you don't want to be there? Oh, and you know you're about to get cooked, flamed. Your life will change if you ask better questions. So ask yourself, what one thing should I eliminate from my life because it's holding me back? Number 1. Am I on the path to something extraordinary or something mediocre? Number 2. Am I running from something or am I running towards something? Am I running at all? This is a race, okay? An individual race. You're not competing against anybody. You're competing against the last version of yourself. That's it. What can I do to make better use of my time? Can't stand that one. What can I do to make better use of my time? Who do I need to forgive? Okay, because unforgiveness holds you down, binds you. Would I recognize Jesus if I met him on the street? Because we see as we are, we see what we believe. And am I becoming ordinary? Am I becoming normal? Basically, am I becoming lazy? The quality of your questions determines the quality of your life. Ask yourself these questions. Be the kind of person who understands that time is money. Time is money, honey. It's really expensive. Time is money. If you don't tell it where to go, just like regular money, if you don't tell tell your time where to go, it will disappear. And then you'll be looking at your balance at the end of whatever and being like, where did that? How did that? How did the day? How did the week? How did the month? How did the year? Do you want more of that? Ephesians 5:16, making the most of every opportunity because the days are evil. That means the days tend to death. They finish. Don't spend $1 worth of time on 10 cents worth of results. Don't waste your time on mad whack people. Don't waste your time on mad whack activity. Don't waste your time. And by waste, I don't mean spend it frivolously. I mean, don't put it where it doesn't give you a proper return commensurate with the time that you put in or more. That's the purpose of investment, monetary investment and time investment. Time is a currency. It's another form of currency. Money is one form of currency. Time is another form of currency. Whatever you're pouring into, you're pouring time, you're pouring money and resources into. These are your resources that God gave you because he knows the number of hairs on your head and he knows how long you're going to be down here. If you keep saying like, I spend so much of my time doing small little, my treadmill remote, I spend so much of my time doing like baby things, doing tiny things, doing things that really don't make the table shake. Okay, what was that thing called? Like shaking the table. What was that? I don't know where I got that from. Then this is the time to be like, how can I take control of this before it takes control of me? It's so easy to wake up and 10 years have gone by and yet you've done nothing with the giftings that you recognized in yourself today. Why? We don't have to live like that. You don't have to live like that and you won't. Thank you. The early mornings and the evenings are your most precious times of day. This is when you probably do the most. This is when you can commune the most with God. This is really golden hours. These 2 times. Guard those times. Be mindful of what happens in those times. Decide what's important to you or you'll only do what's important to other people for the rest of your life. That sounds a lot like servitude. Be the kind of person who stops lying to themselves. Stop lying. Stop playing. Stop tripping. Exodus 20:16, you must not lie. So why would you lie to yourself? Lying to yourself about where you are, not being honest with yourself about where you are and what's holding you back is what is holding you back. It's keeping you stuck. It's keeping you stuck. If you're not honest with yourself, how do you expect to get anywhere? Like by chance? By luck? By mercy? Sure, but when God has put other tools in your arsenal, why would you be the kind of person who lets the past go? You gotta let the past go. You gotta let the past go. You gotta let the past go. Luke 9:62, Jesus replied, no one who puts a hand to the plow and looks back is fit for service in the kingdom of God. I stamp the fact that if Jesus was right here spitting his ones and twos, a lot of people would be like, I am not following that guy. Strict. Like so strict. Like, yes, looking backward keeps you from moving forward. If you're looking back, you're not able to look forward because you only have, your head doesn't, you don't have eyes in the back of your head. You only have eyes in the front of your head. That's why you always go where you're looking. Isaiah 43:18-19, forget the former things, don't dwell in the past. See, I am doing a new thing. Do you perceive it? Your past doesn't determine what God can do with your future. That's the whole purpose of salvation. It's grace. It's grace. It's grace. It's grace. I'm not talking about the grace that people abuse. I'm talking about grace, 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 perfect grace, the purpose of grace, the grace that comes by virtue of salvation. Learn from the past, invest from the future. Invest in your future. Invest your time in things that are related to your future. Investing your time in the past, thinking about the past, spending time in the past, getting on the phone with your old thing. Okay, when it didn't work out, cut it out. Where are you? Are you going to get a return from something in the past? No, you're not. You're not. It has nothing to do with your future. You can only return more of past. That's why you're stuck. God forbid. To fulfill your calling, you have to forget your failures. Today is a new day. Today is the day. Remember the lesson and forget the details. Remember the lesson and forget the details. Remember the lessons of the past, but forget the details of the past. Like, you don't need to remember that on September 7th, 2022, around 7 p.m. on WhatsApp, this is what was going. Forget it. Forget the details. Just remember the lesson. Take the lesson and make it the details. Be the kind of person who refuses to let procrastination win. Be the kind of person who refuses to let procrastination win. The best time of day is now. Like I said, the best time to do anything is now. When you kill time, you're starting to kill the ideas that God has placed in you. You're taking their life from them and the directions God has given you. Excuses are the foundation of procrastination. See why I started there? Excuses are the foundation of procrastination. They are literally what procrastination is built on. So if you find procrastination in your life in any place, there's excuses somewhere. Identify them quickly. Quickly, okay? Because procrastination is the enemy's strategy. He can't do anything new. This is why from the beginning of time, this is the goal. The procrastination is a strategy from the enemy to hold you back from God's timing for your life or delay. But like, you know what I'm saying? Don't play into his hand. Be the kind of person who decides to change. Okay? When fear rises in your mind, expect faith to rise in your life. Hebrews 10:23. Let us hold unswervingly to the hope we profess, for he who promised is faithful. He is faithful. If you don't believe that with your whole chest yet, profess it and you will believe it, because you create what you speak. What you speak creates after its kind. If you're walking around, a little part of you doubting that God is faithful, but you keep professing he's faithful, your confession is righteous. Your confession is righteous. Your confession is righteous. I apologize, flesh, to the degree to which apology is necessary for something like you, but I will continue to confess the goodness of God among the living, and I will live and not die, because life and death are in the power of the tongue, and those that love it will eat the fruit thereof. That's the fruit I'm eating. That's get with the program. You have to rule over your spirit. You have to bring your spirit into subjection. Rather, you bring your soul into subjection, because your spirit is already it's already one with Christ, but like your soul has to catch up, and you're in charge. You're the boss. The devil doesn't want you to know that you're the boss. He never wants you to step into your authority, especially as a woman. Do you know that as a woman, like, you are a gate? You bring life into this world. You are the way that the population is sustained. This entire human population has only been sustained because of these wombs. That's it. Anna the prophetess, a woman, is the one who labored in prayers in the temple for all her life for Jesus to come. Do you understand? It's not just physical, it's spiritual. Anything that you decide to birth, any version of yourself you decide to express out of the God in you, is going to come out, come hell or high water, provided you are convicted enough of her showing up. It's going to happen. Let me be proved, okay? Like, to talk about my weight every day, but this is a girl's only conversation, and this is something that caused me a lot of pain. Okay, so I don't know why I feel the need to validate it. Maybe because it's like, girl, we get it, but honestly, you don't get it, because you were never me. You were never me. You were never uncomfortable with yourself, and provided you were uncomfortable with yourself, then you get it. It's a big deal. You know what I mean? The only way you won't get to where God is taking you is if you stop walking, is if you stop going. You are responsible for your transformation. You are the one who decides of your own free will. Holy Spirit, make me into what you have in mind whenever you thought of me. Make me into what you have in mind. Virtuous, beautiful, stunning, gorgeous, I don't know what else. Whatever you had in mind, make me into that. And I give you full permission to override my settings, because if it's up to me, it's not happening. Like, I'm really thinking about it myself. And I don't know, do I want to go on a walk tomorrow? No, I don't. Tomorrow's Saturday. I don't want to go on a walk. I'm filming this on a Saturday, but like, I don't want to go on a walk. But am I going to go? Yeah. I'm gonna go. Matter of fact, what the weather is. Stormy weekend in store, babe. Babes. What a at, boss. Perfect. That's us. Like, but I rule over my flesh. So if I say I'm going, I'm going. To me, frowning because I have to go be physically active. Jesus. This is what got me in the trenches anyway. If you want to see change, you gotta decide to move, Chiquita. You gotta decide to move. You gotta decide to move. You gotta decide to move. Rewatch this video. There is a lot in it. Take action. And next week, we're going to put our life in order. There is no way you can take all of the principles that I just laid out for you, really sit there, internalize them, write down the ones that jump out to you, take them to the Holy Spirit, pray for transformation, pray that he changes your heart to align with these principles, and you not change, and you not see fruit of this. It's impossible. The only way that'll happen is if you don't do it. And we'll know, because you'll be on a similar video in a few months talking about let me change myself in the last 3 months of the year. Girl, how about you just do it now? We have basically 3 months until summer. How about you just do it now? 3 months is like ample time to become different. Ample time. Do you know why I'm laughing? Because I used to like have this, even when I was like, I don't know, I used to have this like picture of like ideal summer. Like, remember when California Girls came out? Y'all know that one, Katy Perry. And I was just like, I wanted a California summer so bad. And I lived in the middle of like Pennsylvania. That's where I grew up. And I was like, girl, you're not having a California summer in the middle of like backcountry Pennsylvania. It's not happening. This is week 1. If you're serious, watch this again. If you're really serious, take notes on what stands out to you and implement. To listen is one thing, to act is another. Change belongs to those who act. Transformation belongs to those who act. Becoming belongs to those who act. Okay, Michelle. Let's continue. Let's continue getting our life together. Okay, let's continue. Let's continue getting your life together. I'm not gonna leave you helpless. Don't worry. I got you. Just like God got me. Like, we leave no soldiers behind. No soldier left behind. Is that it? Well, I will see you next week.